Welcome to TERRA at Home. We're here in the greenhouses this morning, and from Scott's, we're here with Syd Pell, and we're talking about Miracle-Gro products. Thanks for joining us here this morning, and some of the new innovations and products. We're talking about dirt, because dirt is important, especially to a lot of people who love to plant food and to plant plants. And so we're going to talk about a little bit of some of the variation. First, within dirt, we have a problem with clay in this region of ours, and it's actually quite severe.
It is, actually.
Tell me why.
Well, yeah, a lot of Ontario gardens have clay soil, and you'll know clay soil if you reach into your garden and you just sort of squeeze your hand together. If it forms a ball and it just doesn't release, chances are you have clay soil.
Okay.
The problem with clay soil is that it really goes against the three basic things that a plant needs. A plant's roots need air, it needs moisture, and it needs nutrients. Typically, clay soil is low in nutrients. It is very high in water in that it doesn't drain very well, but it doesn't readily release that moisture to the plant's roots.
So it just grabs it all and holds on to it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And more importantly, it really smothers the plant. It doesn't allow the plant's roots to breathe.
Yeah, I can see that. You can tell by the consistency. It's just so heavy.
It's so thick.
Okay.
It also keeps the roots from actually branching out. So if you ever grow, let's say, a carrot and it just comes with a little stubby thing, chances are that's because your soil is just too thick.
Oh, okay. All right. So that makes sense. So you guys have come up with a solution to kind of help break that down a little bit.
Yeah, so finally there is some innovation in soil, and it's a new product that we have called Expand and Grow Soil. And essentially what it is, it's a compressed planting mix. It's made from core, which is coconut fibers.
Right.
And what's great about coconut fibers is that when they get wet, they expand. They expand to about 3 times their size, and they retain a lot of moisture doing so. Now, how it works is this bowl over here is typical clay soil. And what this is here, and if you feel it, just feel how nice and light and fluffy this is. It's exactly the same soil, but there's about 20% of Expand and Grow soil mixed in, or planting mix mixed in. And once you add water to it, again, the Expand and Grow expands. It literally breaks up the soil and allows the plant's roots to really thrive.
And you can tell a plant would really want to grow in here. It just has this nice consistency to it.
Exactly.
But again, you can see the absorbency. You can see how it would just be a great place again for those roots to grow.
It's literally 40% lighter and 90% more airspace for the plant's roots to grow.
Wow,
and
that's cool.
And it's very easy. All you do is, if you've got a garden, you would just lay down about a 1-inch layer on top of your soil and then mix it into about 6 inches deep.
Okay.
And then once you water it, it expands and it does its magic. And the results are staggering. We've done tests all across the country, and what we found is that you'll get up to 3 times the tomatoes if you're growing vegetables, or up to 3 times the flowers and blooms if you're using the soil. It's really the results
what people want, right? There
exactly. The results are really fantastic.
That's amazing. That's really, really cool. Now, how often is you going to have to do something like this?
Well, we're testing it right now. It's definitely, that's one of the beauties of it. There are other ways to amend your soil right now. The most common way is actually by adding some sphagnum peat moss into it. The problem with peat moss is it breaks down very, very quickly. So the next year you got to go right back and do it again. Same thing with adding compost to it or other amendments. With this, we've tested it the first year. It's fantastic. The second year, also incredible results. The same 3 times results.
Really?
The third year, we're just testing right now, and everything looks extremely promising to see just how great it is.
Isn't that great? So but that's the best part, is it's out now, and people can pick it up here at TERRA and again get going and get your gardens improving.
It costs a little more than the other amendments, but you definitely get way better results, and you don't have to do it every year, which is fantastic.
That's great that you guys found an answer for it. Again, as we all know, gardening is very specific to the area in which you live. You know, your soil is so. It's an indication of what's going to happen.
You're really stuck with your soil. There's not a lot you could do if you have clay soil. Some people dig it out and start from scratch, but it does come back. So with this, you'll get definitely a few years without it. The other thing great about the Expand and Grow soil, it's not just an in-ground soil or not just an amendment, but you could also use it if you're using container gardens. If you're planting something, it's great. It absorbs a lot of water and it retains the water, so it doesn't dry out quickly. It's very easy to use. It's a lightweight bag. This bag actually would expand to 3 times its size, so it's really the same size as a large bag of potting mix.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that's very helpful. Awesome.
And it has Miracle-Gro plant food mixed in.
Of course, and that really helps too.
Yeah, so it has a nice 6-month feed of plant food.
All right, so you guys have some really good answers to some of these problems. This is actually interesting too. I never really thought about the nutrients that may be lacking in our soil as well. So we're talking about infusing calcium.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is a new line in our Shake and Feed product line. So this is designed specifically for vegetable gardens. It's called Shake and Feed Tomato, Fruits, and Vegetables, and it has calcium in it. And as you're saying, sometimes your soil is deficient in certain minerals. A lot of soil is deficient in calcium. And calcium is very important for the uptake of minerals, of all the nutrients, I should say, for the plant's roots. So if you don't meet a certain threshold of calcium in your soil, literally your plants kind of starve themselves to death because they can't absorb enough. But especially in vegetables, calcium deficiency is a big problem. You've probably seen this sometimes. You're growing your tomatoes throughout the season and they're getting nice and big. Then all of a sudden one day you look and you've got these little black rings at the bottom and it's kind of soft and mushy. Same thing happens with your peppers. That's something called blossom end rot. And blossom end rot, it strikes tomato plants and pepper plants, as I said. Typically, that's a result of a calcium deficiency. So with this product here, you wouldn't have that. But calcium also manifests itself in other plants as well. So if you're growing beans, for instance, if you get curly yellow leaves, typically that's a deficiency in calcium. Same thing with cabbages. The outer brown leaves are all kind of shriveled up. If you're growing potatoes and they're small, oftentimes that's also a calcium deficiency.
So many people are watching saying, oh my gosh,
even with carrots, if you're starting to get ones with all kinds of strange forked ends going out, that's also from calcium deficiency. So this is a great all-round product for vegetable gardens. Again, it's a good NPK formulation for it. One thing that we're seeing is our sales of our shake and feed line of products is actually going through the roof. And the reason why is that consumers now, or gardeners, don't have a lot of time. As you know, the time-pressed consumer, you've heard about that before. Well, what's happening is people, they love gardening still. They love getting those beautiful flowers and delicious vegetables, but they just don't want to spend every weekend feeding and doing all the maintenance stuff that they normally would have to do. So with shake and feed products, because it's a slow release, you shake it on your garden the beginning of the summer. Takes like 5 minutes to do a whole garden, and it feeds all season long.
That is
slow
so
release.
Perfect. That's why I think,
Exactly.
I mean, I know I use this product myself as well, some of the shake and feeds, and it really is. It just makes it so much easier because I know I neglect sometimes, and so it really is great for a busy person that still wants to have a garden.
Exactly.
So this is really a nice
Simplifies it, makes it easy for everybody.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming by, Syd. And again, so many products from Scott's right now out there that you can, whatever's right for you for your garden. So do make sure you come by Terra and get some of these new products and just watch everything blossom and grow.
Definitely.
Good information. Well, we'll have you guys back again. And again, there's so much more to talk about to help people out this season as we move through summer and into fall. That's it for now. We'll be back with more Terra at Home.
Live color fully at Terra, where color lives.
Wow, Frank, what do you got, gophers or something?
No, I have dandelions. Terrible dandelions messing up my Saturday.
Yeah, looks bad. You really should use Weed Be Gone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Scott's EcoSense Weed Be Gone is made with the power of iron to get right inside the cell structure of weeds. They turn black, disappear, and your grass comes back green.
I sort of miss the holes.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Scott's EcoSense Weed Be Gone, now available in a concentrate for large problem areas.
You've sat under them and built forts in them. You've swung from them and fell out of them. You've even fallen in love under them. Trees have always held a special place in our hearts and memories. A natural beauty, trees will grow with you and your family and bring color and nature into your world. For your assurance of quality, look for trees and shrubs with the Medallion plant tag. Medallion plants, locally grown, the pride of Niagara.
Welcome back to Terra at Home. We're at the LCBO Millcroft in Burlington, and we're back with Gillian Love, who we love to have on the show. Okay, so Father's Day coming up.
Father's Day.
So we are going to think everything possible that Dad would like. And there's
we have a good selection for Dad. It's always good here at the LCBO for Dad.
That's the thing, you know what, and they're great gifts, right? And again, we also have to think of the entertainment aspect of getting Dad together on Sunday and having a good fun time. So
for sure.
Let's start down this end, and again, this is always a nice idea.
It's always nice to get Dad a bottle of nice single malt Scotch, Leslie, at any given time, especially for Father's Day. The Scotches we have here, we just showcase some different casks that they're aged in. There's Caribbean cask, there's Jerez oak from the Highland Park. The other Scotches, some are aged in port casks, rum casks. So it really changes the flavor profile of the whiskey, making it sweeter or making it more pungent depending on the cask.
Yeah, so again, lots of options. You can come in and talk to one of you and get some ideas. Maybe if you know some of the flavor notes that he likes, then you can go.
Absolutely.
With that. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, and moving on.
Then tequila. Tequila is the modern man's cognac.
Oh.
It is hot, hot, hot right now.
Awesome.
And especially the different flavors of tequila. Tequila is 100% agave. That it comes from 100% agave. There's mezcals out there and things like that, but those don't come from 100% blue agave.
Right.
There's añejo tequila, which is aged a minimum of 1 year, and then there's the reposado tequila, which just means it's rested and it just has a little bit of oak influence. But there's the Patron, of course, the cream of the crop.
Yeah, and this is amazing. So you have a flavored one.
Yeah, flavored. It's an orange liqueured flavored Patron, and it's delicious. You can have it for brunch with a sparkling wine, or you can have it just as a shot. That
changes up Father's Day, doesn't it?
Start in the morning with Dad.
I like that one. So lots of options are in the tequila front.
Yes.
All right, let's move over now. This is taking things a little bit more cash, and I'm amazed. I'm amazed to see these. These are pre-mixed in a can.
Yes.
Canadian Club and
Canadian Club and cola. It also comes Canadian Club and Canada Dry Ginger Ale, and they have the balance of this down to a science. It's a beautiful, beautiful drink. You can have them, chill them for the backyard, for patios, for Dad's golf bag.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And that's the thing, because it's so handy like this. I mean, you could think of camping. There are so many options.
Golf
bag, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say that.
She didn't say that.
Just in front, we have the brand new Coors and iced tea.
Yes.
It's really refreshing, very light. You get the flavor profile of beer with a bit of iced tea. And it's
so this is somebody obviously experimenting, and these are the things that happen by accident usually, right?
It usually comes out in the summer. The summer trends, they really go to something totally different.
So beer and iced tea.
Beer
and this tastes good.
It does. It's delicious.
Acquired
really
taste. That'd be interesting to try. Okay.
Moving on, we do have some of our brand new hot products out. We've got the Red Stag bourbon.
Right.
This is actually Kid Rock's favorite drink. When he was in concert, he would have the bourbon and I think it was Dr. Pepper.
Bourbon and Dr. Pepper.
So they've emulated this drink and added cherry flavor to it for him.
Oh, so
he actually went to them and they requested that.
Yeah, that's when you know you're powerful, eh? That's when you're Kid Rock.
That's
oh my goodness, that's amazing.
We have a pepper.
This is interesting.
Yeah, Southern Comfort pepper. It's great in a Caesar, of course.
Okay.
So brand new products.
That's what Canadians do best,
for
right?
Dad.
Yeah, for Dad.
And of course, what Father's Day wouldn't be complete without a collection of wine for your cellar, for Dad's cellar. And these are 3 great examples of cellarable wines that are absolutely delicious. Full-bodied, Leslie. The Cakebread Cellars from Napa is delicious. The Beau Castel is a Chateauneuf de Pop, which is a blend of about 13 different grape varieties. It's cracked pepper, rich, big, luscious fruit. Great structure to these wines. And of course, the Segla Bordeaux is unbelievable. Lots of dark chocolate, lots of nice, big, rich structure to it. So
when you're saying cellarable, that means, Daddy, don't be cracking it open on the Sunday that it's giving it to you.
No,
Put it away, lay it down.
These will benefit from 5 to 10 years in a cellar. So if you're giving a gift for Dad and he collects wine, this is the perfect type of wine to
I like that idea, though. That's a nice gift too, right? So you could always, sometimes people will bring that and a bottle that they can drink now and a bottle they can put down. That's always nice.
It is nice.
Which then brings us to this.
Well, no Father's Day would be complete without the barbecue, and you have to, the barbecue wine of choice for Dad is, of course, a big California Zinfandel. Zinfandels are luscious, they're jammy, they're brambly, they're rich, they're so velvety and soft.
Which you want though when you have a big
hunk
of barbecued meat.
And you know, they're great with ribs because they're jammy. They're just, they've got that nice jammy.
So you need something that can stand up to the big sauce.
And they usually have higher alcohol too. They're usually between 15 and 16%. So you do need food with these babies.
That's just a warning.
But Zinfandel, it's a great people have the perception that it's a blush wine.
Right.
It's actually a red grape, and it's very powerful and very big, but just what your dad might like. If he's a wine drinker at all, then
just
Zinfandel
a good,
would be the one.
solid, good wine that kind of carry you through. And that's, I mean, we do need to obviously talk, you know, I know that the LCBO always likes to talk about social responsibility. So again, you know, you're dealing with a lot of summer events now,
barbecues,
you know, as we move through the
family
summer.
parties. It's very important to make sure that your guests have a non-alcoholic beverage as well. Make sure that no one's driving, or if they you know, they have a designated driver, and that as a responsible host, you should be aware of those things for sure.
Again, basically looking across the gamut here, I mean, we have such selection, you know, really good price points and lots of options for people as well, right?
Definitely.
You know, one thing I wanted to ask you earlier, this tequila that we were talking about here, something like this, what are we looking at for a price point like this?
Looking at about $50, $46 for that
and
one.
again, with tequila, a lot of times and again, when you're looking at talking about, you know, scotches and whiskeys and stuff like that, that's sometimes an investment too, because you're not drinking the whole bottle at one time.
No, you're enjoying it. You're enjoying it in a cocktail, or you're enjoying it as a little sipper. These are products, they're premium products, like the scotches too and the tequilas, but you're not going to be drinking the whole thing.
Yeah, because people get scared by the pricing sometimes, but again, it's something that you can put away and you're going to be pulling out time and time again.
And something for your dad, you know, just for him to have and enjoy, maybe not so much sharing, but maybe just him by himself.
Always good ideas, Gillian. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh,
and again,
pleasure,
we're at the Millcroft location, of course, in Burlington, but you can go to any LCBO and really get some good ideas, some great gift ideas, and it's nice to kind of highlight what's out there right now for people, for all the gatherings to come.
For Dad.
Always fun being with you.
Thanks,
Gillian Love,
Leslie.
and that's it from the LCBO. We have more TERRA Home coming up after this.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.
Why don't my vegetables look like yours? They're only meters from here. They're in the same soil, same light. I water them.
But do you feed them?
Excuse me?
Try feeding them Miracle Grow.
Plants grow by feeding on nutrients from the soil. Shake and Feed replenishes your soil all season long with a balanced blend of nutrients.
You're welcome to help yourself. You too, Claire. I'm a giver.
You are?
Yeah.
Miracle Grow. You feed, they flourish.
You've sat under them and built forts in them. You've swung from them and fell out of them. You've even fallen in love under them. Trees have always held a special place in our hearts and memories. A natural beauty, trees will grow with you and your family and bring color and nature into your world. For your assurance of quality, look for trees and shrubs with the Medallion plant tag. Medallion plants, locally grown, the pride of Niagara.
Welcome back to TERRA at Home. We're back with Chef Rachel in the TERRA kitchen, and it is the weekend before Father's Day, so we thought we'd do some meat. Generally, a lot of dads like meat, but not necessarily. Today we're going to focus a little bit on that. What are you making?
Today we're doing some pork kabobs, so very Mediterranean style. We're using oregano. We're going to make a tzatziki sauce to go with that, and just a small little Greek salad.
Okay,
yeah. So this is a great thing to do out on the barbecue.
Yeah.
So you can cook them up on the barbecue for your dad, of course. Don't get your dad to barbecue them himself.
Yeah, that one day he doesn't get to barbecue. Yeah. That's a nice thing to do. So this is that's a great thing. You can do this inside your own oven. You can do it on an indoor grill or outside. Of course, Father's Day everyone associates barbecue. So
today we are going to do it in the oven, so you can do it just as easily. We're going to start off with the tzatziki first. Really easy, just some plain Greek yogurt. And what you want to do is you want to let that drain. So get all the liquid out of there, because there's a lot of liquid in there. Even though when you open up the package it doesn't necessarily look like it, there actually is a lot of water in there. So you just want to let that drain.
You don't think about that, especially with Greek. It seems so thick. So when you're saying drain, are you putting it in like a cheesecloth and letting it drain through that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you have a cheesecloth. If not, just a fine mesh sieve would work fine. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just get some of that liquid out. And basically all tzatziki is garlic. So I'll put a couple cloves of chopped garlic in there. Cucumber. Now I'm going to show you how I diced up my cucumber. So we'll do that quickly. Okay. You just want to take the outside off. So once you've done that, you can scrape out the seeds on the inside. Do a little neater.
So you're actually taking all the seeds out too?
Yeah, so just with a fork or a spoon you can just...
Because I guess they add water to it if you don't, right?
Right, yeah, it's very watery, so you want to get rid of all of that. So just scrape it out, and then from there you can dice up your cucumber.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I've done here. So we'll just add that in. Now this can be done in a blender or a food processor. That would work well, but in this case we'll just mix it up because I like it a little bit chunky.
I think the one thing that's really great about tzatziki is that it's actually healthy. It's good for you. I mean, and that was one thing. People associate heavy white sauces that are creamy sauces that are usually mayonnaise, laden with mayonnaise or some type of cream cheese or something, but that's what's so good about this. This is just yogurt.
Yeah.
So plop it on.
Yogurt, cucumber, garlic, a little bit of oil if you like, just a touch of olive oil, and some lemon juice. So really easy, and you mix that up well. And you can season that with some salt and pepper if you like.
Okay.
Oh, making a mess here. Okay. So that'll be the sauce there, and that goes great
that's awesome.
with the pork. So I'll put that to the side for now. If I could pass those over to you and get that out of the way.
Sure. So another good thing, of course, you're using pork right now, but you know, as we all know, you could use chicken or beef, and really kind of, especially if you're having a lot of people over, it's always nice to make a variety, right? So
yeah, mix it up a bit. So we've got a pork tenderloin here. Actually, I like using tenderloin with any meat that I can. Just because no matter how it's cooked, it's going to be really nice and tender. So before I cut this up, just put together the marinade for you. A little bit of olive oil, and put in some lemon juice. So the juice of maybe about 1 lemon or so. And what I also do is I just cut up the rind when I'm done and throw that in as well. Because you want to let this marinate for a bit. The longer you let it marinate, the better. So if you just put that in there, it'll give you some extra lemon flavor. Get these seeds out here as much as I can. Then we have dried oregano.
This smell reminds me of my friends in high school. My best friend in high school was Greek, so we'd go to her mom's, and her mom was always cooking, especially around Easter. It was just an abundance of all these smells, just being, you know, having that nice Mediterranean smell.
Yeah.
And again, everything's so healthy, all the olive oils and the herbs and lean cuts of meat. I mean, it's really amazing, actually.
Yeah.
It's really, no wonder they're so healthy.
And very fresh, too. I find these flavors to be very fresh with the cucumber and the lemon juice.
Yes, that's right. Very fresh.
For the garlic, all we really have to do is smash these cloves up because we're not going to You're not actually using them, so you're just going to put, this is all just part of the marinade. So rough cut and everything and just throwing it in there. Just to get the flavors out. We can add a bay leaf to there, some salt and pepper. And then, of course, the dried oregano, which I like. So if you kind of smush it between your fingers a little bit, you really get that flavor coming out.
That's right. You
By pushing it together.
Yep.
Yeah, bring those flavors out. So that's a really easy marinade. And then we have the pork. So I've already cut up most of this pork, but I just wanted to show you how I do it. The pork tenderloins are fairly small when you buy them, so we can cut it right down the middle, and then you just want some chunks.
Yeah, that's easy
basically.
Enough. Yeah.
So about that size, and then we can skewer those on.
Okay.
So So we'll throw these in the marinade. So at minimum, marinate these for about an hour. And then you can marinate them up to 24 hours.
Okay.
The longer you let it sit, the more flavor, the more intense the flavor is going to be.
Great.
So this has been sitting. This has been sitting for a couple hours. And you can see it already starting to.
Yeah, look at that. Ooh,
to
it's
mesh
nicely
in there.
coated and everything.
Yeah,
that's
there's
great.
all of the oregano and salt and peppers in there. So we'll just skewer these on here. We'll put them on the baking tray. I've got the oven set to 350.
Okay.
And they won't take long in the oven. When we come back, we can mix up a nice little Greek salad to go along with it.
Perfect. We'll be right back in just a few and we'll finish this up.
Live color fully at Terra, where color lives.
Heritage Perennials presents Terra's Perennial Pick of the Week. Few plants boast the incredible midnight blue color on delphinium summer nights. A dwarf plant which is ideal for small gardens or pots. Heritage Perennials. Look for us in the blue pots.
It's time to grow a great garden. It's time for Miracle Grow Expand and Grow, the innovative new planting mix. Expand and Grow expands with water, loosening your soil and giving your plant's roots a balanced mix of air, moisture, and Miracle Grow plant food. For up to 3 times the vegetables and flowers. Guaranteed. Miracle Grow, at the root of a great garden.
Welcome back to Terra at Home, back with Chef Rachel and finishing off our, well, getting ready for Father's Day weekend next weekend. So making, I really like these pork kabobs. You actually put them in the oven, but again, of course, we could always put them on the grill outside.
Yep.
And they smell so good.
Yeah, it's a really nice marinade. So they went in the oven for about 25 minutes or so. And I'm just going to make up a simple Greek-style salad to go with it. I just made a quick dressing with some more of my oregano, salt and pepper, oil, vinegar, a little bit of lemon juice.
Perfect. And we should mention that at Terra, you can get, this is actually really cool. This is like a salad in a pot. I love this.
Yep.
This is called the City Mixture. And it's amazing because really it's all your fresh greens growing in a pot. You just snip them off, have them grow in your kitchen. They look good. And wash them up and you got a salad.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah, very convenient. Keep them with your herbs.
Yeah.
So we'll make a salad to go in the middle of the plate. This dish also goes really nicely with some rice. If you like that.
Lemon potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Put a whole Greek dinner together here. So I've noticed that you put a little bit of the onion and cucumber in the greens.
Yep.
But you're going to add more stuff on top. So you didn't mix your cheese in, feta cheese in. You putting it on afterwards?
No. Yeah, I'm just going to sprinkle it on the top just so it looks nice.
You can see
it. Sometimes I'll mix all the ingredients in and then I'll top it off with a little bit of each ingredient as well, just because you want to be able to see all that stuff, right? So
it's easy, perfect.
Yeah.
Are you using sheep's milk feta or cow's milk feta? Do you know?
This is cow's milk.
Cow's milk? Do you like sheep's milk feta?
I do. I've tried them both.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep.
I do too.
I do like them both. I'm easy to please when it comes to cheese. So
yeah, you know, I agree with you. Cheese is just, cheese just could be a big problem sometimes. You just got to get it out of the way because you just eat it all, right?
Yeah.
So these are awesome. So this is actually a really nice, great light meal. Of course, you can find all of our recipes on our website, terragreenhouses.com. And again, you can search back as far as you want to find some of the recipes along the way from season to season. So this is pretty fun. And again, you can always catch us, of course, on Saturday mornings at 5:30. And all the wonderful meals and wonderful things we put together. Can't not top it off with tzatziki after you made it.
So you can put this on the side or just put it right on your pork because that's what it's going to go best with.
Thanks, Chef Rachel. We'll be back with more Terra. That's it for today.